52.6% for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to be reappointed as head of state in Zimbabwe. His rival, Nelson Chamisa of the CCC, had only received 44.03%, not a huge margin. But of course, the real controversy is around the circumstances around these elections. It was for the head of states as well as legislatures and parliamentary positions. And the question now is how credible these results will be amongst the people of the country, many of whom are out of its borders at the moment because of the economic circumstances. Now, remember, the elections were only meant to last one day. That is the rule by law in Zimbabwe. They were extended by a second day with the approval of Mnangagwa. And then we were told that results were going to take 5 days to be tallied and formally announced. But that was expedited. So we had an extended election, and then what the opposition is calling a hurried announcement of the results and another term for Mnangagwa.
So independent observers, Erin, have expressed concern, of course, about how these elections were conducted. What have they found?
So in terms of the actual monitoring of the elections, there were observers amongst civilians who were attending to proceedings at the various polling stations around the country, looking for these V11 forms, which keep stock ready of who's coming to vote, what the turnout is. The turnout overall in this election was under 70%. And the concern amongst several human rights organizations and civil society organizations in Zimbabwe is the atmosphere preceding the elections and indeed on those two election days. So allegations of police intimidation, allegations of or illegitimate or unverified or unallowed presence of political players near the voting polls themselves. And of course, there was the CCC press conference on Saturday evening when the announcement of the results, expedited as it was delayed. And there were police on site there, an arrest of one of the party members, and really just an atmosphere that does not lend itself toward free and fair and even-handed elections of a democratic country.